If you've been following me for quite some time, you will know that I have extensive nerve damage throughout my whole body. Most of it is concentrated in both of my feet. That was a result from a back surgery I had when I was 10 years old, where they had to take out a certain amount of nerves from my back to untether my spine. It's been over 2 decades of not feeling my feet and just 2 decades of that nerve damage, and it's changed a lot within that amount of time. When the initial nerve damage happened, overall, I just couldn't feel my feet. They just felt missing, and my brain was having a hard time with that because I could physically look at my feet, know that they're there, but it would set off a type of pain, not necessarily in my feet. I can't explain it. It feels, to me, it is similar to what I imagine phantom limb would be, because my brain was just so confused because it wasn't getting input, but I still had my feet. Throughout the years, the nerve damage kind of changed and got worse in some areas. My feet over time have slightly become paralyzed. In my right arch specifically, I ended up getting feeling back, but it became hypersensitive, which meant it was extremely painful. And that's kind of just been the trajectory in the past 2 decades. The paralyzation has gotten worse while my arch continues to be even more hypersensitive. So I've been dealing with a lot of nerve pain, especially these past few months, and it's specifically in my arch. So much so that even if air from a fan would start touching my foot, I am seething in pain. It's caused me to lose a lot of sleep. At times, I can't walk because of it, which has been hindering on just a lot of my everyday activities. My doctors and I these past few months have been trying to figure out what might work for me, but it's hard to do. Nerve damage is such a specific type of damage that we still don't know a lot about, and the body is going to act in ways that medicine just hasn't figured out yet how to understand, especially because the way I lost feeling from a surgery that I needed, from a surgery that my current doctors were not there for, and my current doctors are not specialists in spina bifida, it's been very hard trying to figure out what to do to ease or have me just live a more quality life with this type of pain. Thankfully, my neurologist and my neurosurgeon are really good at collaborating with me. They're the only doctors in my care team who truly listen and get feedback from me and take that into consideration. And these past few months, we've been trying out some different medications. I was on a few medications before that weren't exactly for nerve pain, but we were trying to aim at maybe my brain, because recently my brain has been acting as if I had just lost feeling again when I was 10, and that's causing me also some distress. So we've been trying some medications to try and just calm my brain down a bit, just to help me with sleeping, because most of the time when I'm out and about with this nerve damage, I'm not always noticing it unless my foot is very agitated. But at night, when I need to go to sleep and you're just laying in bed resting, I feel the hypersensitivity pain immensely. And because it's painful and my brain is freaking out because it can't feel my feet, you can imagine it's very hard to fall asleep. I've been having, for the past few months, just a lot of sleepless nights, or at least not really well rested nights. The medications we tried worked for a little bit. It didn't really help the way I would want it to, because while my brain was still calm, I was still having pain. So we started me on my first specific nerve pain medication. And for this nerve pain medication, we have started me on a somewhat lower dose. This one's not the strongest of nerve pain meds that they offer, mostly because I've never been on this type of medication before and we want to ease through it. It's been quite an experience being on this medication so far. It's only for when I go to bed, because some of the side effects are being very drowsy and lethargic. And so far, I will say, I'm having somewhat of a success with it. It doesn't act as fast as I think I would want. It does dull the pain. It doesn't get rid of it from what I'm noticing, but it's dulling the pain enough where I'm able to actually relax in bed and go to sleep. But the adjustment to the meds has been kind of rough in the morning because of the side effects. I'm very drowsy. I'm very lethargic. Thankfully, as soon as I can get myself up and I start drinking water, the side effects go away. So that's very nice. And I was told that you do kind of adjust to it. I just wanted to share this experience because, we can talk about spina bifida with all of the things when it comes to surgeries and the mobility aids and things like that. Sometimes when you have spina bifida and some of the issues that you have with it, medication is oftentimes necessary. I'm also someone who is in the mindset of, I think some things you can treat with like natural remedies, but some things are beyond that. And I love meds. They work in a lot of instances. They keep myself and others functioning and alive, and they're so necessary. And so I wanted to make sure it is known that there are people with spina bifida who have to manage their symptoms with medication, and that is absolutely okay. So I'm hoping for the best when it comes to this nerve pain medicine, but if not, I'm very confident in myself and my doctors on trying to figure out what we can do next. So thank you for watching, and if you want to see any types of videos, let me know in the comments below, and I will see you next time. Bye!